roof of our little talk shop as we try together to understand, to unravel, to discern, and to decipher those major events unfolding around our dear country, our nation, and our world. That is what we do on Conversation on Mondays to Saturdays, except Sundays. We are here. Our thoughts, views, and opinions, what we will be sharing with you as presenters and analysts, not the corporate views of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. And of course, we are networking on OLUYOLEFM 96.3, our sister station in Alaga, in the Okeogbere of the state, Agility FM, Gambari, Ogbomoso, on the 92.1 FM dial. And no one beats our reach all over this great state. We are there. Beyond the Oyo State, we are there, and beyond the shores of Nigeria. Just latch on via the social media platform, Facebook at BCOS, and you are on to Conversation. Once again, wherever you are listening across the world, you are welcome. My name is Tola Teriba.
And yes, this is how we do it every day, every morning on this station, OLUYOLEFM 98.5, right here in the city of Ibadan. Of course, in collaboration with 96.3 FM, Okeogun, and 92.1 FM in Agility. My name is Bimbo Akombi. The program is Conversation. And Tola, quick to the stories making the rounds. And of course, the main story making the rounds right now, and which is really making Nigerians very angry.
All right, talking about the Akwa Ibom air incident. Well, banner headline here before me. I know, Bimbo, I asked one question when the issue of Kwam 1 and the Value Jet airline came up. I asked you a question that what do you think would have happened if it had been you or I, or if it had been both of us that acted the way Kwam 1 acted, and would we have gotten the same kind of treatment that he got? And I said that, well, you can just imagine, best imagine where we would both be by now. Well, I asked that question, Bimbo, and
yes.
Well, I think we have an answer to that question. What would have happened if it had been us? As ordinary Nigerians.
Yes.
So, you see, the Akwa Ibom air incident. Let me just read the headline. Value Jet Ibom air incidents. Police, I'm first of all reading the riders. Police arraigned female passenger, caused the bansa in Kirikiri prison. Kia, straight up. Airline operators banned her from flying for life. USA. Federal government to punish Ibom air official who released passengers in indecent video. Well, that is in indecent video when she was being bundled, hauled out of the aircraft after she slapped an air hostess. She went violent, so they had to bundle her out of the aircraft. Along the line, I think her blouse got exposed or torn, and her breasts were showing in that video. So that angered the aviation minister, and they said the official who recorded that would be sanctioned and released that video. Now, the point here is, like I said, whereas an ordinary Nigerian was quickly arraigned in court, remanded in Kirikiri prison, banned from flying for life. On the other hand, Kwam 1, VIP, untouchable. Now, the authorities, the powers, the authorities, the relevant agencies that are supposed to prosecute him, they first of all had to write to the Attorney General of the Federation
and the Inspector
General of Police, seeking clearance before they can do anything to him, before they can investigate and prosecute him. And he was never manhandled the way that woman was manhandled. That was manhandling, if you ask me. Despite the fact that he also, well, I don't know how true is the story, the part that he actually spilled the contents of the flask.
Yes.
The airline officials.
Yes, he said, I think he said the airline officials accused him of wanting to bring in a liquid. They were not too sure. A liquid over 100 milligrams, and it is prohibited. If any liquid being brought into any aircraft, it must not be over 100 milligrams. And he said they accused him of that of wanting to violate the laws of the aviation. industry, and he just claimed that it was just water, that it was water that he was using to use to, you know, always is being dehydrated, so he is trying to claim that is the water. But when he spilled the content of that water, of that liquid on the pilot and the other officials, they found out that it was alcohol. So that was why the skirmish, you know, came up when it came up.
That was not enough for them to manhandle him. Well, looking at that video, well, the passenger went violent and then stepped totally out of line. But then I don't think that justified the manhandling I saw in that video in the Ibom Air incident. Yes, the passenger was unrepentant, was not remorseful, and she was violent all the way. And if I believe there could have been better ways of restraining her, and could have been better ways of restraining her, and maybe probably put handcuffs on her if she was being violent, and that would have maybe in thinner climes, that could have been the job of female law enforcement agents, unless we don't have any of them around. So, but by and large, it's not even the issue. It's the treatment. Let's not talk about well, the reaction of the security agents on the spot, the manhandling or whatever. But the aftermath of that incident, while, like I said, while they are still writing to the AGF and the IGP seeking permission or clarification or seeking whatever to move against Kwamwan. This ordinary Nigerian who is a nobody has already been remanded in Kirikiri and has been banned from flying for life. And Kwamwan was only placed on a no-fly list for a stipulated period of time. So I don't know.
Yes,
maybe.
Well, I believe that woman, that lady should not have, you know, slapped or, you know, assaulted.
She should not have, totally wrong.
Yes, and even the Kwamwan issue, he should not have spilled the content of that liquid inside the flask. Yes, purported alcohol, you know. But well, some people are believing that it is not only alcohol that was inside that flask, that maybe it was, you know, but just allegations.
Bimbo, why is Kwamwan not in Kirikiri now?
Yeah.
Why has Kwamwan not been arraigned in court?
That is what people are asking, and that is what we are saying. When a justice is just meted out immediately to this woman boarding an Akwa Ibom jet to from Uyo to Lagos, and well, something similar to that of Kwamwan happened, and is just she was just, you know, arrested immediately. You know, I quoted one code, constitution section and the penal code yesterday. Why did Kwamwan not arrested? Why was he not arrested immediately and taken? Was it because he was close to the powers that be, or was it because he was a celebrity? Because he's Kwamwan. Or because he's Kwamwan? Well, I don't understand. And this one says, well, is a product of the street where drugs, survival of the fittest, crude, you know, borrowing, crude bowing for positions, and might is right reigned, and you know, all these street life runs. Yes, and well, I understand that is very close to the #1 citizen of Nigeria, and well, the minister Festus Keyamo, like, and well, it might also apply to that lady, you know, using a phone on the plane.
You were forced to switch off her phone, and that was what led to the altercation between her and the air hostess, and she decided that the best thing to do was to slap the air hostess repeatedly. Very wrong, like I said.
Very wrong.
Then, and I agree that she should be punished. But then, in the same measure as the one who sets the precedent, come to think of it, I said it yesterday that that lady, when we were discussing this in the newsroom, that lady probably saw a precedent in what Kwam One did. He set a precedent, and she saw that nothing happened, and nothing, probably nothing will happen in the aftermath of it. So it's a precedent, like I said, and she felt that she could also do the same thing, and get away with it. And this also applies to every other sector of our national life. Take the security sector, for instance. We see people, bandits, cutthroats coming into this country. Many of them coming from outside, some of them locally bred, and wreaking havoc on communities, wiping out the entire communities. At the end of the day, the best thing our government can do is to start negotiating with them as if they are negotiating with registered trade unions, and then they negotiate from a point of strength. It's not the government negotiating from a point of strength, it is them negotiating from a point of strength, dictating to the government what they want. It has happened recently, Bello Toji, and listing conditions for peace. The same Bello Toji that they told us was on the run, that they told us was being hunted like a rabbit, now negotiating from a point of strength, listing conditions. And then ditto for the killer herders in Plateau. They came out openly at the weekend and said they also listed conditions for peace, saying that they wanted the same measure of representation in government as the indigenes, and the same measure, the same rights, and they wanted the right to graze their cattle anywhere. They requested for so many, demanded for so many things. So, and our government keeps granting, keeps capitulating to this bend over demands from these criminal elements. So of course others that follow in tow will see a precedent, and they will actually want to act the same way. So that is why it may probably never end.
Yes.
So
Tola, you remember the Boko Haram saga, when the leader, the former leader, Mohammed Yusuf, was killed, in police custody, and now Abubakar Shekau now came, and we were being told several times that Abubakar Shekau had been killed, and each time the military or all those security agencies inform Nigerians that he has been killed, they will show us one video of one person wrapped in one clothing, and in another 1 week, you will see another video of Abubakar Shekau still saying that he is still alive. And all those videos, about 5 times, that they will say Abubakar Shekau has been killed, and you will see Abubakar Shekau again in another video that we will post, on the internet. Well, like you said, now back to the Akwa Ibom and the Marshal, Mr. Marshal, like Tola always call him, Mr. Wasiu. Yes, what the minister said, I want to just repeat so that we can just recap what we told you yesterday. The Fuji musician, a product of the street, were drugs. Yes, like I said that earlier. And the Minister for Aviation, Festus Keyamo, yes, people are commending him for imposing the 6-month no-fly ban on him. Yes, 6-month no-fly ban for trying to disrupt a plane for flying, and a woman that slapped another woman and disrupted, a plane, also caused chaos inside the plane, has been banned for life. Okay, yes, the penalty is obvious. Yes, a slap on the wrist. Section 459, subsection A of the Nigerian Criminal Code, says any person who by any unlawful act obstructs, causes an alteration to be made in the course of or in any way whatsoever hinders or impedes the movement of an aircraft which is in motion, on or in flight over any aerodrome or airport is guilty of a misdemeanor and is liable to imprisonment for 2 years. Yes, could Kwamwan or could that Akwa Ibom lady do this at Heathrow Airport or any other airport of any in other countries around the world?
Yeah, those countries will not wait for the go-ahead from whoever holds the position of AGF there, or the head of police in those countries. The security agents will not be waiting. It's still strange to me, Bimbo. I still don't get it, Bimbo. In the case of this woman, why didn't they also write the AGF and the IGP yes. for permission for go-ahead?
Yes.
Peter Obi, I've
yes.
been talking.
Yes.
And he says, yes. It's double standard. Justice must be fair, equal. I've come from Peter Obi.
Yes. And now passengers are now warning FAN, the Federal Airport Aviation. Yes, the Federal Airport Authority, yes, of Nigeria, FAN, warned against rising disruptive behavior at airports, vowing strict penalties under aviation laws. And FAN urged travelers to know their rights, responsibilities, and bylaws to avoid sanctions. So that means Kwamwan does not know his rights. Has he not traveled before? Is it his first time he's traveling on a private airline? The woman that is traveling that caused another mayhem in Akwa Ibom, is it the first time that she will be traveling? And doesn't she know that she was supposed to put off her phone inside the plane?
But away from that now, the ex-governor of Sokoto State, he is in trouble. And Aminu Tambuwal, and it says Tambuwal in EFCC custody over 189 billion naira cash withdrawal.
Yes,
is that right?
Yes, I saw that yesterday.
189 billion naira in cash.
In cash.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is interrogating a former governor of Sokoto State, Senator Aminu Tambuwal, over alleged 189 billion naira cash withdrawal from the coffers of the state when he served as its helmsman. Tambuwal, who was said to have arrived in the Commission's office in Abuja at around 12:30 a.m. on Monday, was said to have been ushered into the midst of EFCC interrogators who started drilling him immediately. It was normally serving senator who was the Speaker of the House of Representatives between 2011 and 2015. He's been questioned over alleged money laundering to the tune of 189 billion naira. Sources close to the EFCC said that the former governor was being interrogated over alleged cash withdrawal of 189 billion naira. Calls made to the mobile phone of the spokesperson of the EFCC, Oluyole, were unanswered as of press time on Monday. A source, however, said it is true that the commission invited him for questioning, and I don't see him leaving the premises of that office immediately. He's been questioned over alleged withdrawal of cash to the tune of 189 billion during his tenure. All right, then. Yes, sir. Animal Farm playing out again here. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
Yes, sir. And I think I support the EFCC for that, and I give them kudos for trying to get information about how over 180 billion naira cash withdrawals were made.
I know those wicked banks, Bimbo, if it's ordinary Nigerians that want to withdraw maybe 100,000 or 50, they will tell you that there's a limit to what you can withdraw. It was actually terrible during the Emefiele era, yes, and that has not even stopped. Even as we speak,
yes.
Unless you perhaps you go to POS, they put a limit on everything you can withdraw. Yes. They make it very difficult for you to have access to your own money. Yes. But he's a governor, yes, so he can do anything he likes. And,
a guy wanted to. I told you this story earlier. I told our listeners too this story earlier during the cashless saga during the Emefiele administration. Yes, the guy wanted to withdraw 20,000 naira. No, 30,000 naira. 30,000. He was told he could not, withdraw less than 20,000. And the Baba, he was an elderly man. He wanted to use it for a domestic, issue, and it was urgent. It was now, they had to. It took some time. They had to give the Baba the 30,000 naira.
I know that I believe this.